Welcome to another installment of 10 String Tavern Sports. We got Cus and Silk back from our last episode. Thank you guys for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you for having me.
We want to be a more laid back sports episode. We're not going to have just one goal in mind, one game to play. We're going to get a little broad look over the NFL season, sports in general, the past couple of weeks, and want to have you guys answer some questions for me because I need to think of a format for these sports ones. Trying to think of
We'll get it.
as like two lifelong consumers of sports and sports shows, maybe you can help me think of like future ideas for the show. But let's just get the elephant out of the room here. Let's talk about that preseason chart.
Oh, I'm not too far off, I don't think.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that the other day.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers really derailed the Jets pick, but
And they're actually still in there.
Yeah, that's
they
what's
are.
nuts.
Yeah.
They're not as high as we
Yeah.
originally projected
Yeah.
them to be, but
The Giants one is they're not so much a contender or a sleeper anymore.
Like in your guys' defense too, it's like when you look back at the episode, when you guys name the team, almost everyone says pending they stay healthy. And, we see what happens to the teams that when
Yeah.
they don't stay
You
healthy.
lose Aaron Rodgers, that's going to affect anybody.
Yeah. I would say like Jets would probably be the biggest gamble out of that whole list. Depending because
Niners have fallen off a little bit, but
yeah, the
they've had
first
some injuries. I mean, not having Debo, I don't
what's your pick for number one if you had to put money on it
currently
going into the postseason?
probably the Eagles right now. I mean,
Think
they're
Eagles?
what, 7, 8-1?
yeah.
Who you got? Eagles,
Honestly, the most impressive team I think is the Bengals right now.
Bengals.
They've
Yeah.
turned it on. They picked it up.
The Eagles, man, I watch a lot of their games, and they're a great team through 2, maybe 3.5 quarters. And they get in that fourth quarter, and I don't know what it is
Yeah,
with their
they
offense.
do
They
just-
3 and out, 3 and
yeah.
out, turnover here, turnover there, silly call here, and they got like 4 backs they're trying to work in, and none of them seem like they can get any.
And Hurts has thrown, what, 10 interceptions this year?
He's thrown a good bit.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
up there. It was a good game last night
Yeah, that was a good game.
against the Cowboys.
Who's playing tonight?
Got the
Jets.
Jets and Chargers.
Jets and Chargers. Who's your pick for that? Because this episode will come out tomorrow.
Where's it at? Is it in MetLife or is it in LA?
I'm not tracking where that one's at.
Yeah. Let's go with the Jets.
Jets.
Jets got a solid defense. Maybe they can rock Herbert a little bit. And I'm going Jets.
You going Jets?
I like the Jets knowing that they're fighting. The Chargers, I think they're at the bottom of that division right now. They have
the Raiders. Raiders ain't. They just beat the crap out of the Giants yesterday. But
they turned it on with your buddy Pierce.
Antonio Pierce,
Yeah,
yeah.
they turned it on
Former
against-
Super Bowl champ with the Giants.
Yeah. Yeah, the Jets, man, they've looked okay. They've looked okay. If they can get any consistency out of Zach, I think they'll get it rolling a little bit.
They are a gritty team, though. They do fight, and
Yeah.
you got a solid defense.
Who from
Taking
that
any-
chart would you say fell off the worst that you wouldn't see making a big comeback into the postseason? If you had to pick one. I think the bottom was what? We had San Fran and was it Chargers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had the Bills up there, too, and
Yeah.
they're just so inconsistent. It's
You never know where you're going to get from.
yeah.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, that's what we said.
Yeah, at the
Preseason, so, I mean-
yeah. Him and Herbert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just too when they're good, but
Yeah.
Buffalo was a consistently fun city.
it was. That was 24/7. We had fun there.
We went to this one bar. It was for my bachelor party, and we go to this bar, and you could tell the bartender didn't like us. This woman, with our accents or whatever we were talking about, and we said we're like at a bachelor party. Can you tell us like where all the fun is? And she said, "Oh yeah, you just go down to Allentown. Just follow every street to Allentown." We get down there. Allentown's the biggest gay district in Buffalo. She sent a whole bachelor party down there.
Took us about 2 bars to figure out that we were in the wrong
We,
part of town.
we went to the first bar and we're like, okay, the felt on this pool table's pink. The only thing on the bar is Bacardi and vodka.
Pink neon lights everywhere.
Was there any teams from outside this list that had a good impact that you would put on the list now? If you could think of anything outside that top 10.
The Vikings.
Vikings.
They seem to like, I don't know, they look good, I think. They also look bad at times. But they seem like they're starting to turn it on.
They were
Even
right
without-
outside. They were outside your top 10, right?
Even
Yeah,
without
put it in there.
Jefferson
Yeah.
and losing Kirk Cousins, but
It seems like the offense before they lost Kirk Cousins, it seemed like the offense was flowing better without trying to force feed Justin Jefferson the ball, every play.
Now they don't have to worry about that. So just
Right.
get
Play
it to-
ball.
Let's go a little bit to NCAA. Who do you think has it this year? We looking at just the regular Bama, Ohio State, Michigan
Bama?
4? Or?
Bama's, I don't know. They're hit or miss. They're more hit than miss, but
I think
they've been playing better.
I think they're more than Milnor or more snaps. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but was it Jalen Milnor or Milrow?
Yeah.
Their quarterback. The more snaps he gets, the better they're
He's
going to
getting
be.
better. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been playing better. Had 4 rushing touchdowns against LSU.
I thought it was a big mistake for Saban to sit him. Was it a couple games after the Texas game?
Yeah, against UCF, I think they beat them 17-14. It's
Yeah, that was a big mistake.
Yeah.
Got to let that kid roll. He's young. Let him go. I like Michigan though.
a lot of turmoil going on there right now.
What's going on in Michigan?
You want to call it cheating scandals? I guess they had a guy going out and buying tickets to all the Big Ten games, filming, Ohio State sidelines and getting all their signals and printing it out on a sheet and standing right behind the coaches and looking at their sidelines, seeing what the signal callers are putting out, and then telling the defensive coordinator what it is. But
I feel like that would happen in every game. And
yeah, it's weird.
That'd be hard to catch.
I know there's a difference between just catching it mid game, like looking over and seeing it and filming it, kind of like the Astros in baseball when they were hitting a drum when they knew a curveball was coming or whatever, and just I don't know. You still got to execute, and they still have to stop it, but
yeah,
and you still got to take a chance that teams aren't changing their signals every week, which they should be doing.
Yeah,
in the first
at
place.
least a little bit.
Yeah.
There's an advantage known if it's going to be a pass or a run, but still got to stop it.
I mean, with colleges too, like what you were telling me, all those deals going on now, it's like you're having multi-million-dollar deals. Like these colleges have to like play like the professionals now, like do it every play, change your signals up every
Why not
play.
start huddling up run a receiver and go old school, even get communication in the helmets for quarterbacks like the NFL does.
Yeah, you would think they would have that too.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what's going to happen, but I think Harbaugh might be getting in some trouble.
It could be. It's possible.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I know they fired the one guy. I figured that was kind of like the fall guy. Kind of ordeal.
He had like a 600-page, he called it the Michigan Manifesto. Went to, I think, Army or Navy and was like a code breaker. And
Really?
his whole life goal was to go be a Michigan football guy.
Oh,
and
man.
that was his end. And
he wrote manifesto and everything.
yeah,
That was
600 pages.
I
Manifesto.
saw a meme that kind of equated that one to the Office episode when Dwight was making a diabolical plan against Jim, and it got found in the printer. He's like,
I like College Game Day where they got signs behind the guys doing it, and every sign's like, Connor Stallion stole my other sign. So
My favorite game day sign, we were tailgating for a Ohio State Michigan game, and somebody had Harbaugh smokes mids like on Corso. So really the same then. There's not like a surprising school.
it's probably Georgia, Michigan, Florida State's up there. I mean, they've been in the playoffs once.
Is it 12 team?
Next year will be 12
Next
teams.
year,
It's still
12
4
teams.
teams this
Okay.
year. Ohio State, they gotta figure that offense out. I mean,
You think they'll make the 4?
if they beat Michigan, definitely. Well, they got them ranked at number 1 now. Rankings will come out Tuesday night. So if they stay at number 1 and lose to Michigan, maybe they're going to try and get Ohio State in just because Ohio State travels, and that's a lot of money that they'll be spending. So
it'll be tough to keep Washington out if Washington stays undefeated.
Washington,
yeah.
USC's or even Oregon.
Yeah, team Oregon.
That'll probably be a rematch in the Pac-12 championship. So
Is that Primetime's team? Oregon?
Colorado.
Colorado, that's right. Yeah,
and
that's right.
they're doing better than Colorado had 1 win last year. So I mean,
Is that they D1?
yeah,
Are they? Okay.
yeah, they're in the Pac-12.
And he turned that whole system upside down too.
And he's only going to do better once he He killed the transfer portal, and once he keeps getting his recruits,
Yeah, they're going to come. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like a concert every
Oh,
weekend.
absolutely.
It's like he's
Yeah.
got
So
ex-pro guys,
Lil Wayne's on the
celebrities,
sidelines,
yeah.
like
Like who wouldn't want to go play
Right,
for
right,
Prime
yeah.
already, and then you got that kind of atmosphere. It's like, let's go, sign me up. Where
For
do I
sure.
sign?
Yeah, and if you're a kid like going in and making all this money now, they can go to Colorado, have their name out everywhere,
Yeah.
their face everywhere.
yeah. Travis Hunter, he's a sophomore now. When he was a freshman, he went to Jackson State, where Dion was number one recruit in the nation, playing both ways. And so, if
Yeah.
you can get the number one recruit 2 years ago, why can't you get him? He'll be all right. Takes time.
Yeah,
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah.
especially in the trenches. I mean,
Yeah,
you got-
I said that at the beginning of the year. Like, you can have all the speed and athletes you want, but if you don't have good up front both ways,
Yeah.
I think they'll be all right down in the future.
You were mentioned before we started filming about women's NCAA basketball. It changed.
Yeah, it's a lot more aesthetically pleasing now
Really?
than it was, 5-10 years ago even. I mean, those girls are really hooping now.
Really?
And it's actually fun to watch.
Was it like a rule change that kind of did it, or
It's just the athletes. I mean, they're coming up and they're just, I think they're understanding the game more with just so much of the social media and access to trainers and that kind of thing. Now they're getting really good.
And they almost have like a chip on their shoulder because, women's basketball has never been, but yeah, I'm excited for college basketball all around.
yeah, that's cool. And when's it? So March Madness obviously would start at March. When does the regular season start?
Tonight?
Tonight?
Monday
Okay.
night, yeah.
Any schools that look another preseason chart, another preseason picks, or any schools that you see?
College basketball is so
Yeah.
tough to predict early on, but I think UConn lost a lot, but they're going to be decent to have a chance to repeat. Kansas is up there. They got Hunter Dickinson from Michigan transferred there, so Duke's going to be all right.
Yeah, you have all the TVs and all the monitors out. March Madness, you're not missing one game.
YouTube TV is the way to go. This is no free ads, but
The other night, like it was last week or the week before, you're like, "Hey, sorry, I can't come in to film one. I'm actually watching like this game." I'm like, "Well," I looked at Kalen like, "Well, he's actually doing his job for me. He's watching sports. This is what I need him to do."
yeah, I have about 3 TVs set up, and YouTube TV, multi-view, you can have 4 games on at once. So
Yeah, that's pretty
I
cool.
usually have about 12 games up at once, and
Yeah,
try and keep track of everything I can.
That's how I usually block out my Sundays.
yeah.
Oh,
The
you
NFL
got
Red
to.
Zone,
Yeah.
and I just lock in. Yeah.
Did either guys watch the Ngannou Fury fight?
I
Over this
caught the
last
last
weekend?
3 rounds.
I just saw the results in some clips.
Yeah, I saw it.
I saw do you see how close those scorecards were? I think like out of 30, like possible 30, there was 1 point off. It's nuts.
I honestly thought it was ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah, I thought Ngannou whooped on him. I mean,
Yeah.
Tyson Fury, he did. You could tell he got like those technical punches in.
Yeah.
That like the professional boxing judges are going to love. But Ngannou took it to him every round.
Yeah.
He got a knockdown, and I thought one judge had it like 3 points off. And
Yeah.
I was like, nah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I caught, like I said, the last 3 rounds, and just hearing the announcer saying, "There's no way Fury won this fight."
Yeah.
And then end of the fight, he's getting his hand raised. It's like, well,
It's probably those little technical punches that you just go around the guard and just like at little points.
Yeah.
But then I saw like Ngannou's ready for his next fight, and Fury said it's going to take him some time to get back into it. So you can tell who beat up who throughout that
even
fight.
just looking at Fury's face at the end of the fight, Ngannou looked like he was fine, and then
Yeah.
Fury looked a little beat up.
I don't think he took it serious. I don't think Fury took it as serious as he would have maybe a Wilder or
Right.
Anthony
Yeah.
Joshua,
Right.
because the whole fight, like after every round, he was kind of like hugging him and giving him extra dap, like oh wow, I'm surprised you're whooping on me like this.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that kind of thing. There's like a lot of respect there, so that you normally wouldn't see.
Yeah.
I mean, Ngannou, you just looking at him, it's like, holy cow.
Yeah. I watched like an interview with him on Rogan right when he first started learning English, and he talked about his journey from the salt mines, like going across the ocean in like a pool flotation device to get to Cameroon, or not Cameroon, he left Cameroon to get to Spain, where he could like fight kickboxing. It was nuts. On the back of like an F-150 through the desert, like with 15 people in the back just waiting for a better life. It's nuts.
He got it.
He said at one point there was like almost like a pool raft. He was floating with like 4 other guys across the ocean, and the guys were saying, "We have to turn back. We have to turn back. There's no way we're going to do this." And Joe said, "How did you get them to keep going?" He said, "I had to make them more afraid of me than the ocean." He said, "If we don't go back, I'm tossing you off." That's how he made it. Nuts. Fought in UFC, and now he's making bank.
I bet that pay-per-view was...
Oh, I couldn't imagine.
Then they said it was more money than he made his whole UFC career.
Oh, I bet. And he's in the PFL too, which is a MMA tournament style league, and they let everyone else go out and do those like big money fights. So UFC might be worried because I mean, as people might be like fighting cans for millions of more dollars, at the beginning of the tournament. Today's sports episode is brought to you by our good friends at Wicked Waxing and Skincare. Wicked Waxing and Skincare is a locally owned small business specializing in body hair removal, full and Brazilian waxing for men and women, and skincare. Check out their services provided and pricing at their Facebook page, facebook.com/wickedwaxingskincare, and check out their website, wicked.glossgenius.com. The biggest question I have for you guys, because as being like lifetime consumers of sports, I'm trying to think of like segments and different like, I don't know if it's like talking points to do like future sports. Like I know, like, do we do like a Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless where like we have
first take?
Yeah, like where we have like people arguing. Did you like the chart we did last week? Or do you like
visuals are good?
The visuals, yeah.
I mean,
and like when you have,
I like Silk. I don't want to sit there and argue.
Yeah,
you can have nice discussions.
It's funny too how Stephen A. was so much more of a technical arguer, and Skip would just sit there, and finally when it was turn to speak, he's like, "I know one thing, when LeBron's away from home, he's nervous," or something. It made no sense. But or do you like this like laid back, just like mention everything that kind of happened lately? But a visual aid would be nice,
right? Yeah,
because like when you have 4 guys putting together a chart, you're sparking debates and discourse.
Yeah, embrace debate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or like different like segments we could have, like give everybody 30 seconds and kind of on a certain take.
Right.
I don't know.
It's like that. What was that one? He used to come on back in the day. Around the Horn.
Around the Horn.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
People got points for each.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. You had like a panel of like 6 going around. They each had a point, and there was like one host that gave a point if they liked their take.
Or deduct a point. Yeah.
That's pretty cool segment.
I forgot about that show.
It'd be nice if you had like a host like me who doesn't really know much about sports. Whoever's the most compelling arguer, right. I'll give a point to.
Yeah. Like his debate style.
Yeah, that might be the way to go.
Or even like, almost said pardon my take. Pardon what?
That's what it was.
PTI, pardon the interruption. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They have like, I don't know, 2 minutes. They have a list of topics. 2 minutes on this, 2 minutes on that. Boom, boom, boom.
That was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
That's still on, I think.
Yeah.
Around the Horn might be on too, but I don't really watch all them talk shows.
Is Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp show kind of the same thing as part of my take?
They're done now.
Yeah,
they're done too.
Yeah, they're done.
Yeah, they.
I don't know who Skip's new.
Skip has Richard Sherman.
That's right.
Okay.
Keon Johnson.
Yeah, I think.
And
Sherman will get it.
Michael Irvin, I think.
I was gonna say Skip's just getting all these people that know their stuff.
Yeah, and he just sits there.
And Shannon's on First Take now. He's with Stephen A.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Shannon when he's celebrating a win, or like he bets Skip when he wins. He busts out a Hennessy. And he has a black and mild. He lights it up in studio. Yeah. Where did Shannon play?
He played for the Vikings and definitely the Broncos.
Broncos and Ravens.
Ravens.
Okay.
Ravens. I knew it was.
I almost answered his college one because they had a segment on First Take today. They went to they're doing like a HBCU week, like they're traveling around at each HBCU, and they were at Shannon's today at Savannah State.
Okay.
And they had like this big production. It was pretty cool.
Who's going to win this next Browns and Steelers game, huh?
Actually tough to say.
Where's it at? Home field makes a difference.
man, what's his face? Chubb went down. And I was like, there goes our season. It's always
And then they've
something.
been playing better, but then just lost the tackle. Or is he a tackle? Wills Jr. He got hurt.
I think he was a tackle. I'm not
I think
positive
he got
though.
hurt last week. I think he's done.
What would you say would be the most impactful injury? Well, probably Rodgers. I would say this season.
Rodgers. I mean, you can go with Chubb.
Yeah.
Could say Jefferson, but Vikings have been playing pretty good without him.
Yeah, they have.
Probably Rodgers. It's hard to not say him just because how good he is. And
who's his replacement?
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson. Okay,
took,
Zach Wilson.
Second overall a few years ago.
Yeah. But they still have all their other weapons besides Rodgers.
Yeah. Dalvin Cook ain't played much.
No.
But Brees Hall's pretty darn good, so.
Yeah, I think Dalvin Cook's getting like 2-3 carries a game.
Yeah. But Garrett Wilson's good.
How are your guys' fantasies doing?
I haven't played fantasy in about.
Oh, you haven't?
Yeah, it's been a while.
I'm about mid-pack right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just it's rough when you make a couple errors. Like errors on your own, and you're like, oh, I should have played that guy. He's on the bench. He has 50 points right now.
That was always the worst.
Yeah.
Who's your top producer on your team?
Maybe Amari Cooper.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson, one of those two.
Mm-hmm.
The last Cleveland Browns game I went to was the whole AC/DC. It was the Amari Cooper and Derek Carr, and we went to it was that Browns game. We went there when they played the Raiders, and they just ran all over us all day. It was so miserable. I remember we were like kind of like toward the nosebleeds, and we saw this plastic bag floating down to the field slowly, and we watched that more than we watched the game. It was so bad, like penalties every other play.
We went to that. Me, him, and Luke went to Browns preseason in Cleveland. I'm like, Giants are never around here. Let me go see them.
Right.
Whole way up, man. It'd suck if Odell got hurt.
Right.
Sure enough.
The whole way.
Whole way. Even when we're sitting there.
Just messing with him, not thinking.
Sure enough, Booty Calhoun, cheap shots, Odell. Hurts his ankle. I just gave them to the death stare. I don't think I talked to him the rest of the trip.
Yes, you did.
I did, but like, come on. You talked that into existence.
You remember that little kid that was sitting right behind us? He was like, "Hey, Odell!" He's like, "Oh, he saw me." He was like waving at him.
He's on the other side of the field stretching.
I really liked that C.J. Stroud game yesterday.
Yeah, 400 some yards, 4 or 5 touchdowns.
470, 5 touchdowns.
Sheesh.
Broke the rookie record for passing yards in the game.
Oh wow!
I didn't think he'd be playing.
He's
this
insane right now. He
He
has
is.
like 12 touchdowns and 1 interception on the year.
Jeez, that's Tennessee, right?
Texans.
Texans.
But Will Levis for Tennessee.
Yeah, he looked good.
He does look pretty good.
He looked really good. Yeah, I was watching that game and it cut in. I was watching like the fourth quarter, kind of paying attention to it, and I saw Baker Mayfield drive down the field and they score. And I'm like, let's see where this goes. Like, this would be awesome.
Yeah.
Because I made a couple statements about C.J. Stroud a couple weeks ago, and people didn't like it too much. So I was like, man, if C.J. can pull this through, yes, let's go. And he ended up doing it. He made a couple sick throws down the stretch. It was pretty awesome to watch.
Typical, or not typical Ohio State quarterback, though. Usually they.
Right.
But even at Ohio State, he put the ball where it needed to be.
He was nice.
He was good.
Who would your top rookie be this year? Would it be Stroud if you had to pick?
Yeah, probably definitely Stroud.
Yeah.
And on defense, Witherspoon from the Seahawks.
Yeah,
he's been having from Illinois. He's been having a hell of a rookie season.
I thought Jalen Hyatt would get some more touches with you guys, but
he was a little bit with Tyro. They just don't want to throw the ball. Well, they don't have time to throw the ball downfield. But deep threat, he's the deep threat guy. But
I seen Daniel Jones got hurt again.
Tore his ACL.
The guys that you chose, or the guys that the Giants chose to give money to, are out. Like Darren Waller, Daniel Jones, and you got Saquon sitting there.
Yeah. They traded Sheldon Williams to the Seahawks at the deadline. Yeah, that sucks about Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Steelers' chances this year? What adjustments you think they need to make, or you think they're on the right track going into postseason? What would you like to see?
I think the adjustments that we needed to make offensively, I believe, were made. Everyone's on this fire candidate kick. I was on it too, you know. But I think he's made the adjustments that everyone's been asking him to make. I'm not big on it as so much now. The Fire Canada thing, how big it got. You know, like it's still a guy.
Always,
yeah, he has a
Fire
job.
Can,
He has a family to
Right.
take care of. Like, and it kind of sucks. But Kenny's got to play better. Last time I was here, I gave him the Kung Fu Kenny. And he's looking more
the
like
picket fence.
Yeah, Dragonfly Jones. You know, he's not looking like Kung Fu Kenny right now. Maybe the last segment of the year, maybe he can earn that one back. But, I think he needs to play better, and I think that's to answer your question. I think that's what needs to happen.
Having that defense though really helps.
Yeah,
because they're always going to be in it if the offense can get rolling.
right.
Pickens, he unfollowed a bunch of Steelers on Instagram. I saw.
Yeah, he's having one of those young moments
for sure.
Yeah, these young guys, man. I don't know.
Divas.
There's a lot of like accounts I see online. They really like to take lip readers to those guys across, and if they think like they're not happy with their team, they'll post that video. That might have been who I saw. But
I think it was. He
was like, "I love this team, but this ain't it."
Like, this ain't it.
And it's nuts to think like the NIL deals. Like you do the same thing with college now, which is nuts. Was there any other like big changes since you told me about that when we did the NCAA episode? Was there any other schools moved around?
Not that I can think of. I mean,
because I know we were talking to High State, or the Big Ten was eyeing up like 4 more schools that didn't end up.
No, they just got
like Oregon was part of that deal.
Washington,
USC,
USC, UCLA.
Yeah, they'll be next year, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so they will be in there next year.
And then next year, Oklahoma and Texas.
SEC.
Yeah.
Texas plays Michigan next year too. It should be fun.
They play the High State. High State plays Washington and Texas.
2 years.
Not next year in 2 years, yeah.
Back-to-back years.
Well, I guess Washington now, they'll be in the same conference, so they were scheduled to play. And then in like 2027, Ohio State has Bama for 2 years, and then like 2030 they have Georgia. So I mean,
so after this season's over, there's so many changes.
So many changes.
Like the 12,
conferences, and then playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Which I like the 12-team playoff.
Yeah.
Because one loss would ruin your season. No shot for a national title. Which college football is the only sport you have to play perfect in every week to get a shot to win it all.
Right.
And it gives that like March Madness shot for a low seed to come in and take out one of the big guys. That's always cool.
I think it's a little less likely in football, just because you've seen it in the past. When Ohio State wasn't out of its best and Clemson was 31-0. Michigan State made it 1 year, got torched by Bama.
I watched Appalachian State beat Michigan though.
You did.
That was one of the only college football games I'll watch. It was that one.
That pretty much put them on the map, Appalachian State.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember a lot of High State fans had merch
Yeah.
the next day at school. So, what do you guys think of Chase Young in San Francisco?
I like it. It adds to their defense. He's back with Nick Bosa. They were a duo at Ohio State, so.
Yeah, I think that defense is going to be insane now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He didn't play, I don't think, up to his potential at Washington, but hopefully fresh start in San Fran he can.
Right.
Before I let you guys go, let's do some picks. NFL picks for this week. What is this, 10?
Yeah.
Week 10? All right, we got coming up tonight. So when this video comes out, we'll know if...
This will be, last game of week 9.
Yeah. So Chargers, Jets tomorrow. We kind of talked about that already. You say Jets.
I'm going Jets.
Jets. Panthers at Bears.
Little Thursday night action, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Panthers are bad.
Yeah, they are.
And if I'm not mistaken, they gave up their number 1 pick this year to the Bears to trade up to get Bryce Young.
Yeah.
So Bears better beat them so they can get that number 1 pick for next year.
Yeah, I like the Bears. They've been playing
Bears,
good.
yeah.
They've been playing good.
Colts at Patriots. It's on Sunday.
That's in Germany.
Oh, really?
9:30.
Yeah,
kickoff.
9:30 a.m.
What a boring game for there.
That's like one of the last UFC cards we wanted to watch. He said, "You want? Can I come over your house? You want to come over mine and watch it?" I'm like, "It's in Singapore. It'll be like at 6 a.m."
Right.
Colts have been playing pretty well.
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew's.
I like Minshew. I think the Patriots. They got to pull one out though.
Yeah, but I don't know if they can.
I'm taking the Patriots there.
Patriots.
I'm going with the Colts.
Okay. Got a little split there, huh? Browns at Ravens.
Browns at Ravens. Ravens have been playing
Lights out.
lights out. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was going to say. I don't know. That Browns defense ain't bad. Maybe they can try and hold them more in check, but
I think at one point we were
Easier
number
said than
1 in the
done.
league and then 32 in offense.
We actually had a question last time we were here if 4 teams from the same division can get in. And right now, as it stands, every team in the AFC North has got a seed in the playoffs.
That'd be crazy.
that would be crazy.
That would be
It's
nuts.
a big game for the Browns then. If they
Yeah.
go,
I'll take the Ravens in that
I'm
one.
definitely
Pick the
taking
Ravens,
Ravens also.
It's away for the Browns. All right, Packers at Steelers.
Oh yeah,
It's the other Sunday one.
yeah. Give me Dragonfly Jones, aka Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think the Packers are not that good.
Nah,
Steelers defense will.
Jordan Love's been inconsistent this year.
Absolutely. Yeah, Steelers also.
So it's time for him to get his Kung Fu endorsement back.
Not yet.
Got to do better than- All right, 49ers at Jaguars.
That'd be a good game.
That is a good game.
Jags are pretty good. 49ers, if they can get that offense rolling again, though. They've been
Yeah.
The only complaint I've heard from your guys' chart preseason was everybody wanted San Fran up higher. That was like the only one.
Right.
well, like you said, Brock
Brock
Purdy
Purdy,
was
yeah.
the question mark.
Yeah.
And
The last 3
I was
weeks.
gonna say he's been playing
yeah.
like you thought he was. So
Right,
I mean,
exactly. I'll take the Niners now.
Niners.
Tough pick, but
yeah,
I'll
it is a
take the
tough
Niners.
pick. Give me the Jags.
Jags. All right,
Yeah.
nice one. Another split. Saints at Vikings.
Ooh,
Another good one.
that is another.
We got a
one.
good slate coming
Yeah,
up
for
this
sure.
Sunday. I'm gonna be glued.
Yeah, don't text me Sunday. Oh, Saints just beat the Bears, but
I think they're number 1 in that division, in their division too.
yeah,
So yeah, that's a good slot. Vikings need one too.
for sure.
Yeah,
Dobbs,
I'm rolling on the Dobbs train.
me too.
Let's go on
I
the
like
Dobbs train here.
Give me the Vikings.
Okay.
It's like Lynn Sanity back in the day.
Texans at Bengals.
Ooh, I'll take the over.
Give me the Bengals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm thinking Bengals too. Stroud will have a good game, but Burrow,
It'd be a nice shootout to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
Joe Burrow and CJ Stroud.
Burrow thinks he's back.
Yeah. He's mobile now.
Yeah,
He looked a lot more mobile
for sure.
last
Slow
night.
start, but
Yeah.
it's a long season, so
Yeah. Well, his receiver,
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. Yeah. They said he got hurt last night. His back.
I fell asleep, so
Okay.
I might have missed that one. But still got T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd. So, I mean, they got weapons. Joe Mixon.
Who do you think?
I'm going with the Bengals.
Oh yeah, we already covered
Yeah.
that. Titans at Buccaneers.
I'll go Will Gray here.
Yeah.
All right.
Give me the Titans.
Lions at Chargers.
I'll go Lions.
Lions for sure.
Lions.
Yeah. Their Lions are pretty daggone good.
Falcons at Cardinals.
It'll depend if Kyler Murray comes back or not.
Yeah, I don't know. Clayton Tune,
Yeah.
he ain't in.
I don't have much faith in neither one of those teams.
I imagine Taylor Heineke's probably starting again.
Yeah.
He's not bad.
Arthur Smith has one of those faces
He-
that you just want to punch a guy.
Yeah,
in
he
the face.
does.
He has one of those
He
faces.
does. That mustache ain't helping either.
I'll take the Falcons though, as much as I
Okay,
want to punch
I'm
Arthur
good
Smith in the
with
face.
Giants at the Boys.
Oh, it's Cowboys.
Next. Cowboys by a million. You beat them 40-0 week 1. And I don't know who the Giants quarterback's going to be.
Right.
Tommy DeVito. Whew. His first game he played, Tyrod got hurt against the Jets. Tommy DeVito, -1 passing yards. Threw a touchdown pass last week, but yeah, Cowboys by
Yeah.
at least 4 scores in the first half.
Second stringers coming in.
Yeah,
now.
and still scoring.
We'll see Deuce Vaughn
Yeah.
and Trey Lance.
You need a running clock in that.
Commanders at Seahawks.
Another good one.
Seahawks just got mollywalked by the Ravens.
Those are two teams that like you don't know who you're going to get.
Yeah.
Seahawks are like they're right behind the Niners in that division.
It's in Seattle.
Yes.
Give me
In
Seahawks.
Seattle.
I'll go Washington there.
Jets at Raiders.
Ooh. Raiders might have some new life to them.
Yeah,
Aiden O'Connell looked pretty good starting.
They look pretty good. They look like they're buying, like they're rejuvenated.
Yeah.
They're buying.
They had
in.
that players meeting where I think the coaches were involved. Josh McDaniels, the old Raiders coach, had Antonio Pierce talk to the team and talked about the time he beat when Antonio Pierce was playing and McDaniels was the coach of the Patriots. Talked about the time that they beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. So I think Raiders got some fight in them now. They got some fresh life.
It kind of depends on that game tonight, honestly. If see if the Jets are going to have any
A
momentum.
little
to
short
roll in.
week too.
But yeah, I'll go with the Raiders there.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
Max
going with
Crosby wrecks that game.
he does. He's
They're
unreal.
at home too.
Yeah, give me Vegas.
In our last one, our Monday night game, Broncos at Bills.
Jeez, we got to watch a Broncos game on primetime TV. Give me Josh Allen.
Yeah, give me the Bills.
There's no way you can screw that one up.
No.
All right.
I'm gonna parlay all those and
Parlay all them. If you had to pick one game this week that if you would be most confident putting money on a winning team, who would that be? Cusick's picks for week 10.
Cowboys money line wouldn't pay nothing, so I would go with the Cowboy spread. I think
Cowboy
when I looked,
spread.
it was like 16.5.
Uh-huh.
Pretty
We-
confident there.
Yeah.
Same. That was the first
Yeah.
game. that came to my
They'll
mind.
definitely win by 17 plus. So.
Yeah.
And that's in Dallas. Oh yeah, Giants got a shot.
The spread that had Derek Lewis going the distance the other night was insane. Like everybody had first round knockout, but like I said, Almeida just laid on the whole time.
Well, in that Fury fight, I can't remember what the odds were pre-fight, but I know Fury was a heavy favorite.
Yeah.
And going to the final round, he was the underdog.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, I could imagine being in Fury's mind, like at the end of the fight, thinking I might have lost,
yeah.
and I might have lost to a guy that's his first time in my sport.
Right. And he has a big title fight coming up next. So
Yeah.
it's like if he loses that, then he's not making any
Yeah,
money on the
right.
next fight, which is why I think that's what happened. That's why it happened.
They had to give it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole WBC would be shattered if he was out. Then you'd have nobody really challenge you sick or.
Right.
All right, those are our Week 10 NFL picks of the games, and we're going to have some more sports episodes coming out. Not on a Tuesday from now on. We're going to try to put them out maybe Thursday, Friday. Have sports, have a separate section, and what I want to do is have you guys as like my core group of sports guys, and then if like we have a cancellation or something, we can reach out and start branching off. Maybe you have 3 picks, you have 3 picks, so we have like a little network of people that would
That'd be cool.
come in and argue.
Yeah. Try to start reaching out to guys and see
Get
if
some
they're
other
real.
opinions.
Yeah.
And plus, too, if you guys know like coaches or athletes that want to come on just for like an interview,
Right.
you guys would be in a much better position than me to ask them questions.
Right.
Yeah, see what we can do.
Yeah. Well, thanks for tuning into this week of sports, everybody. Got a lot more in store coming for you. Brought to you by Wicked Waxing and Skincare, Martins Ferry. Catch you guys later.